a tiny newborn locust hatched from its egg, ready to explore the world around it. The little locust looked around curiously, excited to see all the colors and hear the sounds of the meadow. With a little hop, the newborn locust took its very first jump, feeling the soft grass beneath its tiny feet. The locust soon made many friends, as all the cheerful insects danced and played together in the warm sunshine. Feeling hungry, the locust found a juicy green leaf to munch on, enjoying the tasty treat with delight. As the locust looked up at the big blue sky, it felt the gentle breeze tickling its tiny antennas. Suddenly, after a light rain, a beautiful rainbow appeared in the sky, and all the insects gathered to marvel at its colors. Curious to see more, the locust bravely climbed to the top of a tall flower where it could see the whole garden. As the sun began to set, the locust waved goodbye to its new friends, feeling happy and excited for another day of adventure. In a sunny meadow, there lived a tiny green locust who dreamed of being big and bright. Every day, the tiny locust would jump high and look at its reflection in a puddle, wishing to be bigger and brighter like the butterflies. As the days passed, the tiny locust discovered that with practice and patience, it could jump higher and its wings began to shimmer with beautiful colors. One sunny morning, the locust spread its colorful wings and flew joyfully above the flowers, shining like a rainbow in the sky. While flying, the locust met a wise butterfly who smiled and said, "You have always been special, and now everyone can see it." Together, the locust and the butterfly soared through the blue sky, while the meadow below was filled with happy insects celebrating the locust's amazing transformation. The locust then shared stories of its journey with its friends, inspiring them to believe in their own dreams and unique adventures. In a sunny field, one little locust named Lari decided it was time to gather his friends and form a big buzzing swarm. Lari hopped and chirped as he called out to all the other locusts, inviting them to join him for a fun adventure. As more and more locusts joined, they all took to the sky, swirling and twirling in a beautiful dance of nature. With Lari leading the way, the swarm flew over golden fields, exploring new places and having the time of their lives. Finally, they landed on a huge tree filled with juicy leaves, and together they enjoyed a big feast, chirping happily. Under the warm sunset, they shared stories and laughter, feeling grateful for their friendship and the fun adventures they had. As the moon rose high in the sky, Lari and his friends flew back home, excited for more adventures tomorrow. They found a cozy spot to rest, snuggling close together, knowing that they would always have each other. In a the baby green grasshopper dreamed of flying high in the sky like the birds. One sunny day, Lari met a friendly butterfly who said, "You can fly too if you believe in yourself." Excited, Lari started practicing his jumps, hoping to leap high enough to catch the wind. With a determined look on his face, Lari took a big leap, dreaming of soaring among the stars. To his surprise, Lari found himself soaring high in the sky, smiling as he glided through a colorful rainbow. Now Lari flew alongside his butterfly friend, playing and dancing among the fluffy clouds. When they landed on a bright flower, all their insect friends gathered to celebrate Lari's amazing first flight. Lari shared his adventure story, telling everyone how he believed in himself and achieved his dream of flying. As night fell and stars twinkled above, Lari's friends felt inspired to chase their own dreams too. That night, Lari dreamed of new adventures, flying with all kinds of animals under the beautiful starlit sky. Upon a time, in a sunny garden, there lived a little locust named Lari who wanted to grow strong. Every day, Lari would stretch his little legs under the warm sun, hoping to grow big and strong. He loved munching on fresh green leaves, making sure to eat healthy so he could grow. One day, after eating lots of yummy leaves, Lari jumped higher than he ever had before. He felt like he was flying, and a big smile spread across his face as he soared through the air. When he landed on a tall flower, all the garden creatures cheered and celebrated Lari's amazing jump. Lari and his friends shared stories about their adventures, feeling proud of their teamwork and fun. As the stars twinkled in the night sky, Lari and his friends dreamed about all the adventures yet to come. With a brave heart, Larry knew he was ready to face any new challenges that awaited him in the garden. The next day, Larry led his friends on a new adventure, excited to explore every corner of their magical garden. In a sunny meadow, there lived a little locust named Larry, who dreamed of growing big wings and strong legs. Larry loved to watch his friends leap and fly in the blue sky, and he wished to join them one day. One bright morning, Larry decided to practice jumping as high as he could, with his friends cheering him on. With each jump, Larry felt stronger and prouder, especially when he leaped high enough to see a beautiful rainbow in the sky. As the days passed, Larry noticed something magical. His tiny wings began to grow bigger and stronger, ready for flight. One sunny afternoon, Larry took a deep breath, spread his newly grown wings wide, and felt the excitement of flying for the very first time. With a joyful leap, Larry flew into the sky, gliding happily alongside his friends, feeling the warm sun on his back. When Larry landed on a big, colorful flower, all his friends applauded, celebrating his amazing journey from the ground to the sky. In a sunny meadow, there lived a little locust named Larry, who dreamed of flying high in the sky. Larry loved to jump and hop, and one day he decided it was time to try flying just like the birds. With a deep breath, Larry climbed to the top of a little hill, ready to take his very first leap into the air. To his surprise, Larry soared through the air and landed gently on a beautiful flower, feeling happier than ever before. From that day on, Larry and his friends flew together every day, spreading joy and laughter all around the meadow. After their exciting flights, they would gather for picnics, sharing tasty treats and playing fun games in the warm sun. Larry became a wonderful teacher, showing the younger locusts how to jump high and try flying just like he did. One day, after a light rain, Larry and his friends found a stunning rainbow, and they celebrated their friendship under its magical colors. They flew high above the rainbow, their wings sparkling in the sunlight, giggling and playing tag in the sky. Once in a vibrant garden, there lived a brave locust named Larry. Larry loved to explore and dreamt of flying higher than any other insect in the garden. One sunny day, Larry decided it was time to take a leap of faith and show everyone what he could do. With a big jump, Larry took off into the air, feeling the wind beneath his wings. He flew higher and higher, feeling like the bravest locust in the whole world. When Larry landed, all his friends cheered for him, amazed by his incredible flight. Larry told them about his adventure, inspiring everyone to be brave and chase their dreams. From that day on, Larry and his friends planned many adventures, eager to explore the wonderful garden. Together, they learned that being brave is even more fun when you have friends by your side. And so, Larry the brave locust and his friends soared through the sky, spreading joy and courage wherever they went. They celebrated their adventures with a fun picnic, enjoying delicious treats and sharing stories. In a sunny meadow, there lived a little locust named Larry, who wanted to teach his children how to fly. Larry gathered his little locusts around him and said, "Today, we will learn to soar through the sky like the birds." With a gentle push and a lot of encouragement, Larry watched as his children hopped from the ground, flapping their tiny wings. One by one, they began to lift off the ground, and Larry cheered proudly as his little ones took their first flights. As they flew together in a joyful circle, Larry taught them how to glide through the air with ease and grace. Finally, they landed softly on a big sunflower, their faces filled with joy, and Larry couldn't help but feel proud of his little flyers. As they played and jumped on the sunflower petals, Larry knew this was just the beginning of their flying adventures. As the sun began to set, painting the sky with beautiful colors, Larry snuggled close to his children, telling them stories of the stars. Once upon a time, in a bright and sunny meadow, lived a little locust named Larry. Larry loved to hop around and explore all the colorful flowers that danced in the breeze. One day, Larry met many new friends like butterflies and grasshoppers who joined her on adventures. They had fun picnics on the big green leaves and laughed together as they played tag in the golden sunlight. Larry loved teaching her little ones how to jump high and reach for the sky with all their might. One day, while they were outside, they watched the clouds change into funny shapes and smiled at each other. Together, they built a cozy home in a tall patch of grass and decorated it with beautiful flower petals. At night, Larry would tell her children wonderful bedtime stories, while they snuggled close under the twinkling stars. Every morning, they woke up to the cheerful sounds of chirping birds and the warm sunlight filling their cozy home. One bright morning, Larry decided to take her little ones on a new adventure through the tall, whispering grass. Once upon a time, in a sunny meadow, there lived a wise old locust named Old Larry. Old Larry loved to tell stories about his adventures in the sky and all the wonderful things he had seen. The young insects would gather around him, their eyes sparkling with excitement as they listened to every word. One day, Old Larry told them about a magical rainbow that only appeared after a big rainstorm, filling their hearts with joy. Excited by the story, the young insects decided they wanted to find that rainbow, so they packed their tiny backpacks and set off on an adventure. As they journeyed through the tall grass, Old Larry watched them with a proud smile, knowing they were creating their own stories. Suddenly, dark clouds filled the sky and rain began to fall, making the young insects huddle together under a big leaf. When the rain stopped, a beautiful rainbow appeared in the sky, and the young insects couldn't believe their eyes. In a lush green meadow, there lived a locust named Larry, who had a heart full of dreams and a love for adventure. One sunny afternoon, as Larry spotted Luna resting on a flower, he felt an urge to impress her and decided to gather some beautiful petals as a gift. With a trembling heart, Larry approached Luna and offered her the bouquet, hoping it would convey his feelings and bring a smile to her face. To Larry's surprise, Luna's eyes lit up with joy, and she thanked him, making the locust's heart flutter with happiness as they began to share tales of their adventures. As days turned into weeks, Larry and Luna explored every corner of the meadow together, their bond growing stronger with each adventure they shared. One starry night, as they enjoyed a picnic under the twinkling sky, Larry realized that his feelings for Luna had blossomed into something truly special. Gathering his courage, Larry decided that it was time to confess his love to Luna, believing that this moment could change everything between them. In a sunny garden, there lived a little green locust named Larry, who had fallen hopelessly in love with a charming yellow locust named Luna. Every day, Larry would practice his sweet words under a giant sunflower, dreaming of the moment he could tell Luna how he truly felt. Then, one beautiful evening, Larry mustered all his courage and approached Luna, his heart racing as he prepared to share his feelings. As he spoke, Luna's eyes sparkled with joy, and she couldn't help but smile at Larry's sweet words, feeling butterflies in her own heart. In that magical moment, Larry and Luna began to dance together on a sunlit leaf, surrounded by the gentle glow of fireflies and the cheers of their friends. Underneath the twinkling stars, Larry and Luna sat side by side, sharing their dreams and making promises to always support one another in every adventure. Grasshopper had always been a loner, hopping through the tall blades of grass until one fateful evening when he witnessed Luna, the most beautiful grasshopper he had ever seen, dancing in the moonlight. Mesmerized by her elegance, Larry couldn't help but blush as he admired Luna's joyful dance, her movements bringing a spark of magic to the warm summer night. Summoning all his courage, Larry took a leap forward, his heart racing as he approached Luna, who turned to face him with a look of surprise that quickly blossomed into a warm smile. As they chatted and laughed under the shimmering moon, Larry felt an unbreakable bond forming between them, their antennae playfully entwining like a promise of friendship and love. In a moment of tenderness, Larry presented Luna with a delicate flower, his heart swelling with hope as he watched her eyes sparkle with joy and surprise. As they lay side by side, gazing at the vast expanse of stars above, Larry and Luna realized that this magical connection was just the beginning of a beautiful adventure together.